Hey, it's Mikey.
And Mendo.
We're going to record a commentary for our Jetsons Meet The Flintstones review from last MagFest.
Yeah, that's just kind of the thing to do. It's what's hip with the kids. Mikey, if he was any more on the ball, he would have his hat on backwards, but he's like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Play.
Silly Mendo. That's not a naranja. That's a banana.
Hello, me. We kind of improvised this intro right there. We didn't actually have one planned at the time.
Yes, because you see, I like to plan things ahead, but then I forget, so I don't.
So we based it off just had it be a continuation from the ending of my crossover with Hagen, where she just tells me to go bug somebody else, so I walk over to him and now I bug him instead.
Yes, Mr. Mendo steals jokes with the best of them.
They never really explained how he invented a time machine. It just, by the way, I have a time machine now.
I don't know, that's like, I'm trying to figure, I haven't actually seen Birdemic, but I'm assuming in Birdemic people are just going around saying, oh, by the way, I have a Gatling gun in my garage. That's the Birdemic I have in my head.
Well, not Gatling, but random people just happen to have guns in their cars.
Well, alright then.
You're cracking Doctor Who.
Yeah.
He shows me this in the script, and I immediately put in the part where I toss the sign saying, send your hate mail to him.
Well, the thing of it is, they just did that bit where it's like, oh, it's the second to last Doctor, and, we're finally reaching the end, and it's like, all of a sudden, oh, he can come back as many times as he wants. I'm like, motherfucker, did we learn nothing from Pokemon? Yes, I will keep Homestar Runner alive.
Now the corporate espionage Jetson thing.
Well, I mean, it's hard to take corporate espionage seriously when he basically talks like Bane if he's all hopped up on sugar. He's like, oh, hello, George. I want to talk to you about class disparity. Is it just me, or does he look like Mr. Peebles from Magilla Gorilla? And the, Twiddle, I think, from the Croc. I think they reuse a lot of character templates.
I can see the Peebles represents. I can see the representation. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes. You're using your words like a native English speaker. We're not trying to take over America.
I'll get used to saying things properly at some point.
No, you won't. You say you will, but you won't.
I won't.
It's like when George said he'd stop being a mechano-furry. He's like, I could, but nah. And again, it's like she's right there. How does she not see him?
You can see the thing that he's gonna, the circle thing in that shot. Then you see it in his shot as well. So he's clearly not more than like...
He's literally right next to it.
So, unless she has a voice-activated microphone that only works for Cogswell, that's his name, Cogswell, she should know he's there.
Well, the thing of it is, and again, I know computers don't actually need eyes because they would see things in numbers, but her eyes, he is in her line of sight. And apparently a lot of people dressed in drag back then. You ever notice that in the Flintstones? Like, every other episode someone dresses up like a girl.
Never really occurred to me, but
yeah. Look at that grin on Elroy's face. He's like, I brought it back for one reason only. To teach her what a camera is. Wink, wink. I would just think that the rotation of the Earth would put them out in space somewhere.
Well, I guess that's another thing about past, is it gets them to the exact moment at the exact time when the Earth would have been in that exact spot. Because it doesn't explain when in the past, it just passed.
But is the clock continuing to tick in San Dimas? Look at those boots. How are they supposed to get up to 88 miles per hour? Especially in that car. Okay, the thing about this, we did not rehearse this, but it's still timed out perfectly. I just wrote in the note, we start running, and it's like just boom, like it was on cue. and actually looked down. I was like, what the hell? How did that happen?
Yeah, I remember though the first take of it came out bad. Like it was completely out of sync for us though. It was on the second one that we got it right.
There was a second take?
Yeah, we did 2 takes of that one.
I don't remember that.
I believe I put the first one in the outtakes reel where I just say, "Then that was bad."
Yeah, although it's worth pointing out that in the outtakes reel, I only mess up cues, whereas you mess up lines of dialogue.
So, fun fact. When he and I were watching this, not with the intention of reviewing, we were just watching for the heck of it the first time. When the Rocket Judy Jetson song appeared for the first time, I outright stopped the movie, brought up the other thing because I was still editing Rocky and the Judy Jetsons review at the time, just to say, why is that there?
Yeah, and he was all hopped up on eggs and Toxic Avenger at the time.
This is another thing we just improvised on the spot, which worked quite nicely as a we'll be right back transition.
Yeah, it was just like, I ad-lib pretty much everything I do these days, and we got to that part, I was like, I've got nothing. And when in doubt, strangle the short guy. I learned that watching The $1 Million Man. I will say this though, I love this song.
It is so 80s, really.
Which is weird because I think they were trying to do like a 50s doo-wop, because that was the big thing to do in the 80s. Like kids' cartoons had a lot of doo-wop music. Even Alf. You ever see the Alf cartoon?
No, I've never actually watched it.
Yeah, but it's before his planet blew up, and he lives on like the planet of the greasers.
To this day, I still don't know why that is there.
I'm not even sure who this tour is supposed to be. I mean, was there a mistake? Did they drop something in the editing room? This fascinates me on so many levels. It's like, that's not the kind of mistake people make. You don't just have random footage of background characters walking just intercut in the middle of a song without some sort of purpose. Just why? Clearly they've been reading The Fountainhead.
They really were running out of puns by this point.
Yeah, you remember back in the 90s, Cartoon Network used to do those commercials where they would like dub lines over old cartoons, and it had the one where it was the alarm clock goes, "Ah, El Nino is coming! El Nino is coming!" That took more effort than that. And as we all know, El Nino is Spanish for the Nino.
This part I had a little trouble with editing because I had to just put in enough information to actually tell what Coswell just did, but still making it coherent, even though we didn't have any voiceovers for that section.
Yes, and the important part is that it turned out wacky. A certain amount of wackiness is very important.
That audio probably sounds a little different from the other ones because after I was in the middle of editing, I was using the voiceovers we had originally done, but I didn't really like the sound of my voice for that. For when I edited that, I quickly reset up the camera, redubbed the audio for that one part, and then that's why it sounds different from the rest of it.
It really confuses me, the whole bit where Rudy's like on different TVs, because I know with the technology that we currently have that makes sense, but it's like they treat the TV like it's actually him, so logically when the purple one turns off she's still there, so she could still hear them, couldn't she? Oh yeah, we forgot about this subplot.
It just comes back all of a sudden at the end. And plot convenience.
Yes. It's like, oh shit, we wasted so much time on that dog chase.
We got
poof.
A minute left. The car wants to go home.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the car wants to stop for White Castle on the way. Now there's a movie I want to see. Sentient cars, and they're on a quest for burgers.
And
it really does just kind of stop.
yeah. This ending also was improvised. So yeah, we improvised the beginning, the middle and the end of our review. We had the stuff on the other sides of it written out for it.
Yes, I'm slowly but surely converting you to the dark side of completely ad-libbing things.
Fun fact, that is just a wall I'm standing against at that point. And on the first take, I think I just walked right into it.
Yeah.
So, just because it's the title card you're seeing, this is done by my friend Laura. She's a great artist. Check out her stuff.
Yes, I think she really captured the fact that I wear hats and like to smoke.
Yeah.
Yes, this is actually fun fact number 2. This is the closest I've ever come to doing a video with The Wire. It just kind of, hasn't worked out. It's like, what would we do? I mean, I don't really talk about TV because I don't watch it. And apparently she lives inside the TV, but occasionally she's at Disneyland. Her continuity's all over the map, man.
This was gonna, and now Mikey's Fun Time, this was gonna be something for something else that never really came to fruition. So I just tacked it onto the end of this.
Yes, because Chris Jericho did in fact steal all the light brights, and we need to bring him to justice. And that's just the whole bit. It's just Chris Jericho. He steals light brights.
Good to know. Well, that was our Jetsons Meet The Flintstones review.
Yes, I found it to be esoteric yet piquant. I feel more mature and yet bourbon-soaked.
Thanks for watching.